talk to you a little further about the jungle fern, alright? So I just finished doing the required things with the jungle fern. So as we have discussed, which is quite correct, all of the black going all the way up is 2-inch strips. All the green until you get to these last two fat ones are 1.5-inch strips. This is a 1.5-inch strip, alright? But these last two, just to be absolutely on the safe side, are 2-inch strips. Now you've got to cut 2-inch strips for the stalk on the valentines. You've got to cut a 2-inch strip. No, you don't have to cut it for the valentines. You have to cut a 2-inch strip for the stem to the double tulip strip. So it shouldn't be, this is only 2 little strips on each one. So, let's take a view. Right, so, and we did agree that a 3.5-inch strip for the outside black, as you can see, works perfectly for that last outside black. That's not the issue. The issue is putting it together. And I wanted to make a correction here because when I was talking to you on the first filming of this, I may not have made sense to you, okay? So I want to reiterate it. So first of all, to make my point, I need to just tidy this up as we do once we've made it, yeah? So we're going to cut down all our dotted lines, all our outside fake lines, yeah? Remembering these bits we can reuse. I will be reusing them. So let me just do that a moment with you, right? Bear with me, because this is worth it. Alright, so taking off a bit of scrap. So now that's the finished one side of the fern. But see here, and again, there is an outside line, yeah? That's important too. If you cut that, yeah, to make a square off point, and again, with the other side, cut that to make a square off point, yeah? And then do exactly the same with the other one. Alright, so let's just cut our papers off, cut our things, down to reality, yeah, as we go. I wanted to answer a few questions that I have had from people on the group, and I'm just going to say now, if you join, well, I should think you would to get these patterns in the first place, but if you join the Crafty So-and-so's Facebook site, then obviously, because you're a member of the group, yeah, you can then put my name into your direct messenger, alright, and you can direct message me because we're all part of the same group. So now, having done that, yeah, I'm not going to take the papers off because it would be too time consuming, but pretend I have taken the papers off and I've given it, as I do, I go over it and take away all the nasties, not the nasties, but the little teeny bits that are hangers on, yeah? And I'm looking at this one and I'm thinking, well, I got quite a bit. Did I cut that right? Yes, I did. I got quite a bit here that are within my quarter. Well, it is still going to be within the 1/4 inch. Take notice of that. Right, so without taking the papers off, what I wanted to show you is that if you cut these corners, and we cut these corners so that they work together well. Teeny little bits of fluff going on everywhere, right? And then we plop them together, okay, and by now I would have taken my papers off. Can you see, yeah, what you're left with is, and even on this one, there is still a teeny bit that helps you align. Take that off as well, yeah. Then when you come to place it together, they should fit absolutely a bit difficult when you've still got the papers on, but they should fit together so that these lines match up, that line matches up on the 1/4 inch, and then your opposite corner should line up with this one. Whereas I think I said before about this side matching up, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So this is what you need to do, all right? Match up, obviously not with the papers on. Take your papers off and do it just with the fabric. This end, these, you see, make a perfect match, both ends. Put it together and sew down with your 1/4 inch foot, making sure that you've got a 1/4 inch foot. With mine, because I noticed that I do have on this one, yeah, I will make sure that I take that into account when I sew it. But that is the way to put it together. Now, the other thing I was questioned on was that they felt, a person felt that perhaps that this fern leaf, with the way that I've depicted it, the way I've drawn it, was kind of inside out. Why wouldn't I have done it the other way round? So I then showed them a picture of it coloured in the opposite way and explained that I just felt that this was far too chunky and wasn't the representation that I wanted on the quilt to give it that jungle feel. But however, if you prefer it that way round, well then swap the inside part of the fern, the black and the green, and do it that way round. I mean, it's entirely up to you how you fix your own quilt. But this was just my opinion. So I've given you the opportunity to see it if you were to do the other way round. Nevertheless, I hope that you're enjoying doing this quilt as I am, and as I say, if you've got any questions, please get in touch with me because I'm only too happy to help.